Hey everybody, my name is Eric Polan, and I'm so excited to tell you about my Vector experience. I started working with Vector in the summer of 2001 until the fall of 2006. And what started as a summer job where I was just trying to make a little bit more than minimum wage turned into a better launching pad for career and life success than I could have ever imagined. Since my time with Vector, I've worked in sales and business development. I've done customer service, customer relations. I've worked for small venture capital funded firms, Fortune 500 companies. And today I work in employee engagement for the COO of one of the largest airlines in the world, supporting over 50,000 employees all across the country. It's a great job. I'm super blessed to have it, and I love it. And I really attribute a lot of my success to that early experience that I got with Vector. The job that I have today, kind of like a lot of you all maybe in school, didn't even exist when I was back in school. And what's interesting about that is that I think Vector taught me what's called meta skills. Skills that you're going to need in any job, in any economy, in any industry, no matter what disruption's going on. The skills like having a vision and setting goals and then developing a strategy to be able to achieve them. Skills like listening to understand what people want and helping them get it. Skills like communicating clearly, confidently, and persuasively. Skills like learning how to make a genuine connection with someone and then solving the problem in front of you, even if you don't necessarily have anything else in common on the surface. That sounds lofty for a summer job, but those are skills that Vector really taught me. And it set me on a solid foundation that tilted the odds of success in my favor ever since. But it really is what you make it. Just showing up for a team meeting every now and then and doing a demo here and there won't magically give you these skills. You have to challenge yourself. You have to get outside your comfort zone. And you have to be what one of the Vector greats said, off self and on purpose. And if you do that, you'll look back on your Vector experience with immense pride and gratitude, as I do. So get out there, get after it, and as I say to my own kids, do your best, be the best.
Hi, my name is Brian Hamilton. I've known Jay Brad for a long time. I think I started with Vector in 1990. My first summer break in college, I sold with Cutco and Vector that year. The second summer, I was an assistant manager at a branch in Northern California, and that third year in the program, I actually ran a branch. This may sound Pollyannish, but I genuinely reflect back on my experience and what I learned from Vector just about every day. Interpersonal communications, negotiations, effective scheduling, practical business planning applications, relationship building, business development, leadership, and yes, even sales. A skill set, frankly, that's applicable in every facet of life. Now, especially in the technology sector, I think we find that those individuals with highly evolved soft skills, they excel. I owe a lot to Vector, and that J. Brad guy, he's all right. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Irida. I worked with Cutco for 4 years. I started in the Downey office right after high school and transferred to the North San Diego office once I went to college. With all the great talks you hear at conferences, especially at a push conference about time management and positive thinking, I actually graduated with my bachelor's degree in 3 years while working and selling knives every single quarter. Cutco teaches you so many great values that you can use in life, like outside of selling knives. I actually created a push period at work today because I noticed that people were creating limitations for themselves, and a push period is a great way to get people to remove those limitations that they've set for themselves and just go for it. So once the push is over, they'll be able to look at the results and they no longer can tell themselves that they can't do it because they already did it. And then the fun part comes in where they're like, wow, what else am I capable of doing? And it's just so powerful that this is like over a decade later and I'm still using the things that I learned from a push.
Hi, my name is Anthony Garcia. Currently, I'm a regional sales manager for a large medical device corporation, specializing in selling products in the operating room to surgeons. I'm also the author of the upcoming book called Catapulting Commissions, which is designed to teach sales reps to achieve their next sales goals. I spent my entire life in sales management, sales, or entrepreneurship. Every skill that I've developed and every program I've ever initiated or anyone I've ever trained has come from the experience and the skills I learned while selling Cutco cutlery. From 2003 to nearly 2009, I spent roughly 6 years of my life selling Cutco and also becoming a district manager. The skills you learn selling Cutco are world class, and it's free. I currently have people that reach out and hire me and pay a significant amount of money for me to train and teach them on philosophies and principles that I learned while selling Cutco cutlery. That is a skill that's significantly valuable and is going to be valuable for whatever endeavor you choose to move forward in life. For me, this program changed my life. It gave me self-confidence. It provided me with lifelong friends. It created an incredible income opportunity at a really young age. I assure you that if you're sitting here watching this video, you sold some knives, and I promise you, you will remember this summer for the rest of your life.
Hey, J. Brad, it's Rochelle. And thought about your challenge for talking about selling knives and what it all means. And I came up with a couple little ideas. The Vector experience isn't about selling knives, even though they are the best thing in the entire world. Family and friends don't understand what you get from that besides a good knife. And learning how to overcome obstacles, learning how to hear no, setting goals, working hard, standing up for what you believe in, and learning that it's okay to talk in front of people, learning how to communicate, which is a skill that is really, really valuable today because not a lot of people are learning it. I think those are some of the things that are takeaways that people that aren't selling knives don't get. I still keep in touch with a few of my reps from, a long, long time ago, and they still are thankful for what they learned and what they gained from that experience, and they've gone on to do some amazing things. As I run my restaurant today, I take a lot of what I taught people and what I learned myself in order to communicate effectively and to get the results from other people that we want. So, besides it being a really good knife, and they really, really are, the takeaway is the better person that you become, the stronger leader you become, the better communicator that you become. And it's a lot of fun. Hope that helps. Sell some knives.
Hi everyone, my name is Jerry Liu. I am a doctor in education. I work with kids on the autism spectrum, as well as kids with ADD, ADHD, as well as different type of learning disabilities. I live in Shanghai, China. I run 25 schools in Taiwan and China since 2007, and we have about 200 on our staff, and we help out over 2,000 kids every year. I worked with Vector in 1998, started from 1998 until 2006. I was the #1 assistant manager in the Western region the summer of 2000, and our office, Walnut office, Go Walnut, was the #1 Silver Cup team in 2006. The things I take away that I still use today, tons, from the basic communication, organization, time management, leadership, entrepreneurship, tons of things you can take away with. But a couple of things I use frequently, and a lot of them are mentalities. First one is own your own results, when you are encountering challenges, it's okay because challenges are merely a form of feedback. Don't blame it on your customer, don't blame it on the environment, it's not the government, it's not the economy, it's not the weather. Basically look inside for the answers, and when you adjust and you change yourself, and you'll see that your results will change. The second thing is first who, then what. And when I was a manager, I think finding the right people who have high standards, who are positive, people who are have the standard of excellence, and they want to reach that level of achievement, they will make you look good. And if you are a rep and you want to find that team, find people who have these high standards, and surround yourself with these type of people, and you will learn a lot from them. The third thing is that I take away with is opportunity only appears to those who are ready. Working hard won't guarantee your success, but when you don't work hard, it'll guarantee your failure. So work hard, because when the opportunity comes, you're ready to grab it. And the last thing, Brad, is not just what you know, it's who you know. And in China, that's definitely true. It's all about guanxi. And that's my share for the day, and wish you guys luck.
Good morning, this is David Cram. I sold Cutco from 2001 to 2005. Currently a senior director at a consulting firm in Chicago. really working with Vector taught me three key things. I think one is goal setting, how to take a big, scary goal and break it down into manageable steps. Second would be persistence and execution. Have to put in the effort. Success is earned by hard work. It's not something that just happens organically. And I thank Vector for teaching me that. And lastly is sales. It's a foundational skill for consulting. I don't sell knives anymore, but what I sell are ideas, strategies, policies. I could not be as successful as I have been selling those intangible things without the experience that Cutco gave me, Vector gave me, selling a tangible product like knives. It's going to be a great summer. Thanks.
Hey Cutco family, my name is Lauren Gibbs, and I was a full-time Cutco rep, like you guys, from years 2002 to 2012. I got a letter in the mail when I graduated from high school, so I started right out of high school. Went to Brown University, so I was able to work for Cutco in the summer, play volleyball in the fall, and then work for Cutco back in the spring and the summer again, which was amazing. I got a ton of skills. I got to do all the things. I was a sales rep, got to FSM, did fairs and shows, was an assistant manager, was a division office manager, got to run my own district office. And let me tell you, I've been educated at some of the best institutions in the world, but there is nothing like the skills I learned slinging knives. I learned more about business, more about time management, more about overcoming adversity, more about just business and ethics. And, I met so many amazing people that I'm still friends with. I am friends with J. Brad Britton. I remember the first time I met J. Brad at SC2, he shook my hand and I was just like, a Cutco legend knows my name. And to this day, don't tell him I told you this, I still think he's the coolest guy out there. Cares so much about his people, cares so much about his company, just super passionate, super knowledgeable, and just wants to pay it forward. And that is such a unique trait in people. And so I hope you guys are soaking it all in and just do whatever he tells you. Make your phone calls, ask for recommendations, and do it all. Do it all. Since Cutco, just to give you a little update, because of the skills I learned with Cutco, I learned how to save money. So before I turned 30, I was able to buy my own investment property. So I've had that for about 5 years. I was able to get my executive MBA at Pepperdine. I was an area sales manager for a Fortune 500 company. I managed over 200 reps in 5 different states. And then I got bored, so I decided to go back to athletics, became a U.S. bobsledder, went to the Olympics, won a silver medal. And I'm telling you right now, the skills that I learned in Cutco were applicable at each and every phase of my life. And to this day, I'm still finding things and relationships that are so valuable from my time at Cutco. So I hope you guys have an amazing SC2. Those were always my favorite push periods, is where you find out what you're made of. Just lean in. Do me a favor, lean in, give it all you have. Don't be afraid to fail. And, make your phone calls. See you later. Good luck at SC2.
Hello, my name is Troy Stewart. I was with Vector Marketing from roughly 1990 to 1993. I was a salesperson the first year. I ran a branch office the next 2 years, and it was an absolutely amazing experience. In the 25 years since that period, I've been at some of the largest software companies in the Silicon Valley, continue to work in the Silicon Valley as an enterprise salesperson, and currently run the Western region for a small Silicon Valley startup called Response Software. And I will tell you, to this day, I wish I had 20 Vector trained, experienced professionals working on my team. We look for them every chance you get. I stay in touch with the Brad Brittons and the Dan Cassettas and some of the leaders in that community, because it's a phenomenal experience. If your kids are there, have them drop what they're doing, get off their phones, get off their video games, and spend 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever you've got left, to put in some real work, to get some education, to get some learning. It will pay off for life. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have a great summer.
Hello, my name is Leslie Buckingham, and I sold Cutco from 2010 until 2017, and I am now a commercial insurance broker up in my hometown of San Luis Obispo. And when I think back about my Vector experience, the push period, specifically SC2, are really what shaped me into the hardworking person that I am today, because I learned the miracle equation. Unwavering faith combined with extraordinary effort creates miracles. I remember my first big push period during SC2 when I was a new rep. I wrote out 300 reasons why I wanted to hit my goal, and I shared it with every single client, and sometimes brought to the point where I just got so emotional thinking about all the things that it meant to me, and really none of it had to do with money or trophies. It was about becoming the best version of myself, which every push period made me a better person, and really taught me that when your goal is big enough that you have to stay physically committed to the work and unemotionally attached to the results, which is something that I use in my working professional life now every day, is to not be emotionally attached to the everyday things that happen and just stay physically committed to the work of eating healthy, working out, doing my work correctly. So overall, push periods, really it's about who you become in the process, not the money or the trophies that you win in the process, although those are really nice too.